everybody, it's Wallguy. It's been a terribly long time since I've done a topical commentary. The last one being, I think, on Battlefield Hardline back when the beta was going on, which I had a blast with, and I still look forward to that game very much. Some of you might even think I've quote-unquote retired from YouTube, but this isn't a job, it is a hobby, and you don't retire from hobbies, you just do them more or you do them less. Why the drought? Well, quite simply, this channel is based on online competitive games for the most part. And with the passing of the Medal of Honor series, I have a lot less to be passionate about, to be honest. There is Battlefield, but I've played it to death, and for me it's just not a game to play forever. You get your fill and you move on. But that's really another video. And then you had, say, Titanfall. And it came out, it had a lot of hype, but it failed to capture my interest. It just wasn't a game for me. Hardline was pushed back instead of coming out in October, so you can see why our content is slowed down for now. But this is still our hobby, and as there are new games to be excited about and play, you'll see more of us. If that's good news to you, let us know how you feel by liking the video or leaving a comment and saying hi. Alright, well, obviously you're watching some Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. There was a free weekend this weekend on PC, and I dug in for a good 3 hours to see how the game was. And as longtime viewers might know already, I've been a fan of Call of Duty since its inception, even though I do take exception with how the series has been handled. Since Modern Warfare 2 in particular, the treatment on PC has been pretty bad. With the exception of Black Ops 1, the series has forsaken dedicated servers. No browser, you can't rent your own server, none of that stuff. And in its place is a technically backward matchmaking system that gives you no choice in the servers you enter. Now, this is commonplace on consoles, but on PC, it's really sacrilege. I mean, it leads to much more lag and connection issues than the traditional dedicated server formula. We just shouldn't have to, and quite honestly, the PC community doesn't put up with this, and there are plenty of games that know better. We prefer to play them in general. But I'd have to say, for all the hate that Call of Duty gets for rehashing every year, I've never gotten sick of the formula, and a lot of that is likely because the point-to-point connection system makes me not want to play the game enough to have a chance to get bored or tired of the gameplay being too same-ish or whatever. Now, regardless of why, I still like the gameplay. It's quick and a lot of fun when it works. Advanced Warfare follows on the heels of Call of Duty Ghosts, the much-hated, much-maligned version of Call of Duty from last year. Now, I was in the minority of players who actually liked Ghost. I really liked its pacing and grounded combat. It reminded me a little bit of kind of like a Call of Duty version of Medal of Honor Warfighter, and that's a great thing because Warfighter was awesome. It's not, the same game, but it's quite a bit different than previous Call of Duties as far as that goes. Most people hated that. But Ghosts was a technical mess. Nobody can argue that. It led to the rapid and rightful exodus of the player base, especially on PC. I mean, nobody wants to stick around and play a game that's just jittery and just running like crap no matter what kind of hardware you have. It jumps around, it's no fun. And add that on top of the usual problems with connections and other issues that are just Call of Duty centric, and it just wasn't popular. How's Advanced Warfare in comparison? Well, thankfully the game returns to form on the technical side. The game runs like butter, just like every Call of Duty on PC before Ghosts. The gameplay is the fastest in the series by far, even more so than Black Ops 2. The new exosuit mobility, it adds a really nice new dimension to the gameplay. It doesn't really reinvent the series, but it does greatly alter how you play the game tactically. Coming from Titanfall, I'd say its execution is definitely more clumsy, but you do get used to it and it's undeniably fun. Mastering the exosuit's ability and its new mobility, it definitely gives you like a skill separation from competing players who don't master the exosuit as much. That's always exciting. That's a cool challenge to tackle. That's one of the reasons I play these games, because I like the challenge of mastering something that is a little bit difficult for some people, and you get good at it and then you get rewarded by beating those people down. As I said, the game runs really smooth now. I can crank the graphics all the way up. I can even use super sampling, which really gives you a nice image quality. and the game still runs smooth, hits its 91 FPS barrier at all times with very few frame drops to really get in your way. It's a nice experience, reminds me a little bit of Black Ops 2 in that regard, although Black Ops 2 had the sense to not have a capped frame rate, and you were able to blast that up to whatever frame rate your monitor can handle, which in my case is 144 Hertz. I missed that, and I wish they would truly change out the engine, use Unreal 4 or something. I mean, I know they've upgraded it year after year and made little improvements, but underneath it, the bones of the engine is still the same one we've seen all these years, especially on the multiplayer side. The way the connection works, it's not up to modern standards, really, and that goes beyond just the complaints about dedicated servers and whatnot. It's how you interact with other players. It's behind the curve. With that said, the game does look quite nice. It's very colorful, the maps are well designed, lots of different substances and surfaces to look at, reflections, lighting. Everything looks really good. I mean, Ghost looked pretty good, but it was a technical mess, so that was kind of lost. This game looks good and it runs good, and that's really all you can ask for, and you should be able to run it even with weaker hardware on some sort of setting and have a nice smooth experience. So after the free weekend, I picked the game up at a discounted price. I'd hesitate to pay full price until they evolve enough to return to the dedicated server model, but Advanced Warfare is a great time sink for anyone who likes a fast-paced arcade shooting experience. It should give me something to do until Battlefield Hardline and Rainbow Six Siege come around. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll be back with the new Battlefield and Medal of Honor videos soon. Later, guys.